Hello, welcome to Apple Adventures. Today we'll be looking at an older game, so I need to first get into Integer Basic and boot the disk. So hang on here. So let's first get into Integer Basic, and then I need to run another program in DOS to in order to boot a 13 sector diskette, which are some of the older diskette created by DOS 3.2 before they switched to the 16 sector format in DOS 3.3. So let me get this going and then I can tell you more about the game. All right, so the game is called 3 Mile Island. It was published by Muse Software in 1979, pretty much the same year in which the 3 Mile Island accident happened. And I think it is still the biggest nuclear reactor accident in the US. It was a partial meltdown. So in this game, you are the operator of the nuclear reactor at 3 Mile Island, and you have to make sure that the system is functioning properly. And before I continue, let me get this going. Initialize, yep, according to the official status. And now it will start showing you the various part of the reactor. So first, it is showing you kind of like the turbine, the filter and condenser there. So the top in gray, you can see the condenser, which is being cooled by the water, the cooling tower on the right. And then there are filters at the bottom, which basically takes the water, clean it up, and then send it back to the nuclear reactor. And then you can also see the oh, okay, let's move into the next one, which is the this one I believe is actually the main container building. So here you can see the core vessel, the pressurizer, as well as the what they call the primary cooling system. So this is where the nuclear reaction happened, and you basically pump water through it to cool down um, their core vessel. And then this is the last screen, also the second last screen, and it shows the reactor core. So here it's going to initialize for you. So you basically get the core setup, um, and it will basically start inserting the core into the reactor, and then you see the temperature going up as we go. And I'm just going to speed this part up a little bit in the emulator because it does take a while um, for this to go through. So, okay, we're almost done there. All right. So once this is all done, basically the nuclear plant is has started working, and then the simulation begins. So okay, you get to the temperature of 450, and then we will um, take a look at the status of the nuclear reactor. And it should bring me back to the main menu. All right, so the clock start ticking now, and here we go. So first, well, we already showed you the four different main screens, and there is a fourth screen, which is the maintenance schedule, and it shows all the pump status and the expected time in which the pump will fail and needs of repair. And you can also see the valves here, um, the expected failure time, and which ones are open, which ones are shut. We'll come back to this screen quite often in order to repair the pumps and the valves. And then there's the cost analysis, which basically show you the current demand and how much the plant is outputting. So right now we are losing money. We are generating 100 megawatts, so we probably will have to start making. Well, it looks like demand's going to change in 30 seconds, and then we should start making money at that time. And there's also a way to enter petition to raise the costs. So actually, let me take a look at that now. I have to look up the key to see how that can be done. Um, it's possible. Oh, okay. So I have to wait for that actually, the petition notice to be displayed before I can raise it. So let's wait for couple more seconds here to see the demand going up or going down. Let's see what will happen at 59. All right, so it is going up, and we are losing less money, but I guess we really have to wait until the demand go up to the point in which we actually can cover the operating costs of the plant. So at this point, I am going to go back to the main screen and show you the operating status. So this is like a quick view to see um, the status of their nuclear plant, making sure everything is working correctly. And I'm going to go back to the main menu and speeds things up a little bit. All right, so okay, I'm trying to speed it up a little bit here. So let's take a look at the containment building. So things seems to be working fine here. You can see that the valves are indicated by different color. Red means that it's shut, green means that it's open, and at some point they will turn black, which means is they are in repair. Right now things are still working correctly, things are flowing. So we'll check out the other screen. Oh, and here we can already see that the filters at the bottom is already accumulating a smudge. So they're indicated in pink. And but otherwise things are going properly. And we only have one turbine open in use at this point, and you can see a bulb there with the yellow. And if we change press Control T here, you can see that there are four different turbines, and I can turn on the other ones to increase the power output. Okay, moving to the pump house. Nothing interesting there. This we won't need this until we start having contamination like water at the bottom of the containment building. So right now everything's looking good. And finally, oh, wrong button, wrong key actually. Finally, let's check the reactor core. Okay, some of them are turning orange, which means they're still fine. 450 temperature, that looks normal. So going back to the main screen, just going to take a look at maintenance schedule to see when things will start failing. I think some of the valves are about to go. Yep. So G and K already fail. So we're just going to start repairing them now. And it basically will show the estimated time for repair and when it would be coming back online. So we have to look up G and K and start fixing it. Yep, you can see the black dot there. So that's the fail part, and you can see that now the condenser is not working. So it's not cooling down the steam back to water. Um, and here we have to turn on the L valve to get this going again. All right, here we go. So you can see that it start condensing the steam from above. So the green is steam entering from the containment building through the turbine at the top, the yellow that is on. And now you can see that with the valve fix, it's just converting it back to water, which is good. Now get back to the first one to fix the other valves. Yep, you can see that one of them has failed below with the black. So the D pump and the E pump is on. So we have two pumps on, but we only have um, one pipe open. So I'm going to turn on E here to enable basically get more water flowing. And you can see that the color is starting to change inside the core. Now we're just going to keep an eye on. Okay, looks like the valves is repaired now. You can see that the black becomes red below. And similarly here, you can see that the valves, which is K, is now being repaired. But we also see that the filter, basically the filter, let's see, filter A and B there has a lot of smudge in it, so we have to clean them up at some point. And this is really the second time I'm playing this, so I hope I know what I'm doing. And now back to cost analysis. So you can see that the demand has gone up a lot, but we're not making enough power, so we're losing money. So let's turn on the turbine. And I'm at the wrong screen again. So this is the pump house. So let's go back to the turbine screen and turn up the turbine. And I actually don't know how many I'm going to turn on, so I'm just going to turn B and C on and see what happens. All right, now I'm making enough money, um, and looks like it will take some time for the profit to start getting displayed here, but the projected profit looks good. So we go and look at operating status again. Okay, everything looks good here. Let's see if anything else start failing at this point. Pump looks good. All right, the valve start failing again. I believe this is on the first screen. Yep, you can see that now the valve is getting repaired. I'm going to turn G on now to get the water flowing. All right, nothing else failed at this point, so let's take a look at the cost. All right, so we started making money, and I'm going to see if I can. Oh, okay, looks like the demand goes up again, so I'm going to turn on all the turbines now. And at the same time, I'm also going to flush one of the filter by turning on the C filter and then turning off the B filter. And I'm going to also start pumping things out. So I will turn on the P pump and I will get the valves going to flush out the smudge. So I'll turn on the Q valves there below, and then I'll turn on the N valves, and this should get things going. Hmm, doesn't seem to work. Let me see if I can turn on another pump to clear this out. Okay, turning on the Q pump. All right, that seems to do the trick. Okay, so now going back to the valves, going to turn off and Q off. Now I'm going to turn this filter on and then put AL of commission so I can start cleaning it. Okay. All right, looks like it's all working now and I can turn the pumps off. P and Q. All right, I'll turn this off now and I'll take a look at the cost to see what, actually, oh, I was at the wrong screen. Oh, but I have lots of pump failing. That's not a good sign. Okay, D, E, J, and M. All right, start repairing them. All right, that's not a good sign. Right, lots of demand, but I'm not making any power. All right, pink is not a good sign. Because the pump is not working, so I have to turn D on and F on to get things going. See if I can turn D on again. It's not responding. Okay, looks like the water start going back in the vessel. That's a good sign. And there's also no steams coming out, um, but the emergency pump's been activated. Um, see if I can turn D on to speed things up a little bit. Okay, so while this is happening, I'm going to check on the other failed pumps. All right, so looks like J has failed, so I'm going to turn K on. Oh, gradual inspection. Okay, so it looks like some of the gauges are not working. Yes. All right, it will take some time to fix all the gauges, so I can't really trust what I'm seeing right now. All right, back to screen one. Let me get this pump going. All right, let's turn on K and L. And also N is failing as well. Got the condenser going there. You start seeing, okay. All right, that's good. Okay. All right, I've turned on the pump. I'm still not seeing the steam. There's no steam coming in the top. You see it's gray on the top left. So that means steam is not coming out of the containment building. All right, looks like you're still taking its time. And all right. Just going to start turning off the emergency valves. And also the pump. Still couldn't get pump D going. Okay, let me take a look at the status, see what's going on. Oh, okay, oh, because the pump failed, that's why. All right. Okay, all right. Looks like the other one has just been repaired, so let me get this going. And hopefully with these pumps going, I'll start getting steam again. All right, so now I'll turn on pump E. All right, it's on. And okay, you can see the pink stuff there. So pink stuff flowing out from the top, that's not a good sign. Let me take a look at what that means. So yeah, that's the pressurizer. And it's supposed to supply the steam. So let me see what's going on there. So things start filling back up again. Okay. Let me check the valves again. So something is still not right. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. We can just basically see the pressurizer turning on and off its valves as the water pressure is building up, but not getting any steam out right now. So let's turn to this screen. Okay. Let's take a look at the core. Okay, well, basically saying that the temperature is really high right now. It's 1637 and count is 5. It means I basically need to have 5 pumps going, all going. So it's essentially running too hot right now. So I'll get more pumps going here. And I also need to probably start turning off the turbine. Oh, okay, the pump is still being repaired, and also looks like pump F has failed now. It's not responding. Yep. Okay, so while this is, let me check on the valves really quick. Okay, E and G has failed. EGL has failed. Okay, so I should start turning off the turbine. No use have them all running at the same time and there's no steam coming through. Also need to get the condenser going back on again. Here we go. But the problem is there's no steam coming through. So I think I should also turn on the this kind of emergency pump. Okay. All right. To get these other valves going again. Start filling it with water. And I'll turn G back on. All right, looks like the pump has come back. turn off the emergency pump now. All right, A is not responding, so probably has failed. All right, and I'm losing a lot of money because I'm not generating any steam. All right, the CNT5 is not a good sign. I'm running very hot right now at 2400 Fahrenheit. Oh, looks like I got a meltdown. All right. Oh, okay, now you can see there the core vessel blowing up and everything spilling out to the bottom. So it looks like that's it. Looks like I completely fail on day one as a nuclear reactor operator. But it also shows how normally functioning system can go bad pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. Okay, looks like that's the only way to terminate the game. So here we go, a quick demo of the 3 Mile Island um, nuclear simulator game. Hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Well, it's not the walkthrough, it's more like a fail playthrough. Alright, have a great day.